And now to the charts. We'll examine the charts starting with the majors. This is the segment about technical levels, support and resistance for major pairs. We'll start from euro dollar, starting from the top. World's most popular currency pair made quite a move. So here we are at 110.67 at the moment. Still, as I see it, far away from the 111.20 line, which is strong resistance, because it served as the bottom level for the previous trading range. Let's zoom out just a bit and see how this 111.20 level separates ranges. Okay, so here we are making quite a bit of headway since the bottom. The bottom 108.50 is the line to watch. 109, 109.60, 110, of course, the round level. And here I could add lines between 110 and 111.20, but 111.20 is such a strong line that it deserves its own place. If we add lines to the top, we have this level here at 112, also a round number, and much higher we have this level right here. Okay, so these are the levels to watch: 112.80, 111, 112, but the current range is 110 to 111.20. Okay. Pound dollar also recovered, but there's lots more hesitation around here. So we're basically in a range. So this is the flash crash in October, where you can see here the pair fell to, well, depending on the broker, there were different levels. In my chart, it's just around 119. Anyway, it managed to bounce back, stabilize. Currently, levels to watch on the top side in pound dollar, 124.80. If we have some good news from the Bank of England, 123.20 is already the top of the current range, and 121 is the bottom of the current range. But basically, in the meantime, we're entrenched just above 121.70, and the pair finds it hard to reach 123. So basically, we're at the 122 level. Dollar yen. Look at the big collapse of dollar yen. When the dollar was surging, everything looked good. We managed, Japanese policymakers were happy to see it bounce from 100 all the way to 105.50, actually, just a few days ago. And these revelations from the FBI sent it lower, first to the 104 handle, and overnight we had another fall, currently at 103.89. 103.60 is the low for the day. I see support at 103.40. We can add another line of support here, but that would be weak. I would see strong support only at the 101 level, but maybe you can add this line. 102.75 is the next level after 103.40. So this is the big level right here, and 105.50 caps the pair to the top side in case we have good news for the dollar. Look at, jumped over a few currencies. Dollar CAD. Lots of moving parts recently with dollar CAD, US elections, OPEC rumors, oil prices, things like that, and of course domestic data. So the Bank of Canada has expressed worries that hurt the Canadian dollar. That's why we're seeing it trade higher. But other factors, GDP was okay, so doesn't collapse. Very strong resistance there at 134.60. Okay, and this is a veteran line of support and resistance. 133.50 works as support to the downside. Let me update the chart here. So that's the current range. We haven't reached 134.60, but that's the line that is looming above. Further below 133.50, we have 132.80. Also a veteran line. Look how it worked as a stepping stone on the way to the top side and beforehand as resistance. Further below 132.40 is weak. Weak support. 131.40 worked in both directions. Here we can see it working as support back in September, and 130.80, also a veteran line. Of course, the lowest line here to the downside is 130. Above 134.60, I would mention 136. Aussie dollar. As you can see, the Aussie is weakening now. Again, safe haven flows to the yen and against the Aussie, which is a risk currency. But all in all, the Australian dollar doesn't look that bad. Okay, so it's not a matter the crash in Aussie yen is more related to the yen as far as I can see. So we had a few moves to the top side. We can perhaps see here a downtrend channel, okay, beginning from the top here at 77.40, a very strong line of resistance. And then we had a lower high here at 77, and then another one at just under 77. Anyway, I'm looking at 77.40, 77, 76.50, 76, and then 75.30 and 75. The Aussie dollar is beginning to copy euro dollar and beforehand the yen. I mean, the ranges have become much more narrow. Okay, last week's inflation figures were good. They sent it higher, but nothing really devastates the pair or sends it higher. Above 77.40, we have 78.40, but it hasn't been challenged quite yet. Kiwi dollar received some good news, so it's bucking the trend, so it's diverging away from the Aussie dollar, okay, because of the good employment figures, 72.30, so we're not seeing safe haven flows. So what's going on with the US elections has the biggest effect at the moment on dollar yen, was always poised to be the most vulnerable currency. Kiwi is not yet affected, but if we have a Trump victory, I believe it can fall because of safe haven flows to other currencies. First the yen, then the dollar. Anyway, Kiwi dollar is moving up today. Very good news from New Zealand. As I mentioned, 71 is some kind of support. 72.70 is resistance. We had this line here. Above that, it's only 73.60 when the pair was moving to higher ground. Very perky. It isn't that strong anymore. Anyway, 73.60, 72, 65, 72, 71.60, which is not that strong anymore, 71, and of course the round number of 70. Okay, that's the Kiwi dollar. And we'll finish the majors with the dollar Swiss. Not my favorite currency pair. And Swiss franc, is not my favorite currency because of ongoing interventions by the Swiss National Bank, which has probably fallen asleep in recent days. But anyway, the pair currently reflects the weakness of the US dollar more than anything else. It reached parity and it was rejected from parity. As you can see, you can even paint a head and shoulders pattern here. Some kind of support at 99, 98.50, 98.20 is a very, very strong line. Moving to the downside, we have 97 and 96.50. Big fall there in dollar Swiss. When I say lines of support and resistance in dollar Swiss, I mean, well, you can see the lines on the chart, but remember that the Swiss National Bank, if it intervenes, can break all the lines. Okay, let's see if there are any questions. Okay, thank you as far for your question. So that completes our segment for the majors, okay?